What's up, my bros? How you guys doing? So, all right, it is a leg day. Leg day, hardest day of the week. If it's not, then you're doing legs wrong. All right, so hold on here. I gotta turn this off. This is not what I want. Up. I think we're good now. All right, I got the YouTube. I got the Facebook post up. We're live. Do you need water? I had to change up how I did my posts. Facebook doesn't like links in posts for some reason. For some reason, anytime you have a link over in a Facebook post, um, it like decreases the reach of the post. It like flags it. And you can look at the insights on your Facebook post, especially if you're a creator, you have a Facebook creator account, which I do. I can look at the insights and it'll show like potential improvements and why my post isn't performing as optimally as it could be. So anytime you put a link in there, it's like, doesn't like it. So, but in the comment section, the link to the YouTube video is in the comment section. I don't think that'll hurt it. I think that's a workaround, actually. All right, so we gotta get our warm up in, baby. We gonna do that warm up. I didn't think about that. That's all right. I ain't worried about it. All right, here we go. Oh, we gotta do our squats first. I'm sorry, I was about to do lunges. All right. Wait 30 seconds, and then we do our second warm up. Getting them gains. Thank you for the like. Honestly, I don't even have to set a timer. 30-second rest. Get right into the second warm up. Here we go. Hey, you know what? You're not getting the full view. We'll start over. real quick. Double warm up. Vest time. Yeah. All right. We're not ready yet. I dread leg day, I'm not gonna lie. It scares me to this day. Every time I do it, I know what's gonna happen. I know what I'm gonna go through. Hell! Pain! But it makes me stronger. Suffering. But through suffering is growth. All right, first band. Heaviest band we got. Now we just keep adding bands as we go. So it's 50-pound vest plus heavy ass resistance bands. First set, single band, heaviest band I got that they make. When you do this, point your toes out a little bit. Don't have your toes, your feet perfectly parallel. Spin them out just a little bit. You kind of want them like out a little bit like that. It's going to help with your hip mobility so that you can get down further and you're not going to have any discomfort. And you want a somewhat wide stance. You want your heels to almost be in alignment with your shoulders. So feet wide, about in alignment with the shoulders, toes pointing out a little bit. Oh! 15. We're not going hard yet. First set builds is really like almost like a third warm up in a way. This is not hard yet, but it's going to start getting hard. Three-minute rest. Honestly, I probably could have done 5 more on that, but pacing, we did 15. The goal is to do another 15 with another band. So I try to maintain 15. So legs, no matter what I do, it seems like legs just get me winded. Even in that first set, it just taxes your cardiovascular system. Even with all the cardio I've been doing, the biking, 7 miles a day, back and forth to work, rucking twice a week with the vest on. We go hiking in the woods, and I bike. I ruck. That's what rucking is. It's walking with weighted equipment. It's a form of military training. But even with all that said, all that work done, leg days still get me winded like a bitch. So now, got about a minute 15. This is going to get hard. Even the second band is not. It's when we hit that third band and then the fourth band, because we'll have to take one off and put an even heavier one on. So it's really 4 progressions. It just gets fucking hard. Here we go. Just going to get in position because we got about 40, 30, 35 seconds. Remember, toes pointed out a little bit. Heels about shoulder width apart, roughly. Toes are pointed out just a little bit. Here we go. 15 seconds. $15. All right. Third band. So this is how it works. This is the third band we put on. That'll be for the third set. And then for the fourth and final set, we take one of those off and we put on green. So we'll be taking off a 40-pound band for an 80-pound band. So it doubles. This band is double the tension. So we add this one. This is 40. So really it's a 100-pound band plus 2 40s for now. And then we take off 140 and put on an 80. So it'll be a 40, 80, and 100 for the fourth set. And that's why this is so hard. And we're not going to be able to maintain 15 reps. It's just not going to happen. All right. Leg days, boy. This is the hardest exercise. It's the first exercise. So we just have to get through 4 sets of this, and it just steadily gets a little easier from here on out. After this squat exercise, the lunges are not as hard. They're challenging, but they're not as hard as the squats. Shoulder width, toes out a little. 30 seconds to go. last rest. I got 12. I need to sit down. I need to sit. Now the real hard part begins. Fourth and final set. All right. Oh, shit. Oh. Is it you, Johnny? Yeah, what's up? All right. Heavy band. Leg cramp. Hold on. Fuck. All right. Ow. It was more like a groin cramp. Fucking. I'll read your comment in a second. After the set, because I got a 5-minute rest. After this. Oh boy. And it's a 3-minute and 30-second rest. An extra 30. As we're going to probably go to failure on this. Failure. Going to failure on legs is, it's pure pain, pure suffering. And it takes an immense amount of willpower to do that to yourself. It's a mind battle, mind game. It's a physical battle, but it's also a battle of your willpower. How much willpower do you have? Are you able to go to failure on legs? If you are, it'll change your life. It'll change your physique. But it's fucking hard. It's hard. Hardest thing I've ever done as far as exercise is going to failure on a heavy squat or any kind of heavy leg exercise. Really. Oh, geez. Here we go. The real test begins now. Yeah. 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 Oh, that was a fail. Oh, that was a fail. Oh, it was a fail. Holy shit. Holy shit. Hold on. 5-minute rest. That's it. Shit. Shit. God. Oh, I don't know what you said. That's okay. Ah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. I know. I appreciate that. That's the hardest exercise that we do. It gets a little easier. The lunges are hard, but they're not as hard as that. So, 5 minutes altogether. All right, I'm starting to really get my wind back now. All right. Oh, okay. So, for a while there, I was not going to failure on the fourth set. And I told myself that I need to start doing that again because it forces your body into an adaptation where if you introduce something new and more intense than you were doing previously, it forces your body to adapt to it because your body is like, oh shit, we weren't prepared for that type of stress. We need to get a bit stronger. And it's been a while since I've gone to failure on legs. But I did it the last leg workout, and this one. There was a time before I was doing it more frequently earlier in the whole routine, in the whole workout program, but I had to stop doing that because it was too much. I had to bike 6-7 miles back and forth to work, and doing that leg workout and having the bike, going to failure on my leg exercises and having the bike to work, it was too much. But I think now I'm at my more advanced level. This far in the routine, I could probably manage to go to failure and still bike to work and be okay. I did last time. We went to failure on the fourth set. My legs were a little sore the next day. I still managed to hustle my ass to work, no problem. So, yeah, we can actually start introducing that back in. All right, we're almost at the 4-minute mark. We'll have about a minute left, and then we're going to do the alternating lunges with the vest on. Like I said, it gets a little easier from here on out, but it's still challenging because of how we just fatigued and taxed our leg muscles with the squats. So we're already now going to be in a fatigued state throughout this whole entire lunge workout. 40 seconds to go. Don't skip leg days just because they're hard. And that's why people skip leg days, because it's hard. It's way harder than upper body. I don't care what anyone says. If you're training your upper body just as hard as you're training your lower body, the lower body is going to be twice as difficult, twice as mentally challenging to get through. Here we go. It's 19, 20, 1, 22, 23, 24. Okay. We have 3 more sets like that. Yeah, so as you can see, it's not not as hard as the squats, but it's it's still up there. I'd say probably 70% of the difficulty of the squats. Especially as we move on, the more sets we do, the harder this gets. Because the entire time we're trying to maintain 12 per side. So it's going to be harder each set to maintain 12. Oh, we might fail at some point. Or, we'll fail. Actually, the last time I did the lunges, I couldn't get 12 on the 4th set. So we got 1 minute to go. I'm already high. I already have a workout high. I'm already starting to get the endorphin rush. I'm already starting to feel kind of like on cloud 9 right now. Or it's like not a stoned high. It's like a euphoric kind of high. So I definitely got the workout high going. 15 seconds. You gotta get it. Here we go. Shit. I got a little cramp right here in my hip. Stop it. All right.
still got 2 more. I still got 2 more. After this, we have lower back. It's a whole lower back block. And after that, we got calves. And once you do calves, we're done. The vest is 50 pounds. 50 pounds with the lunges. So we're doing the single leg lunges with 50. We're trying to do 12 per side, but it's alternating. So it's really 24 total reps. Yeah, thank you. You did get a 20-pound vest? Nice. I mean, well, this is more than double that, but really, it depends on what you're doing with the 20-pound vest, really. I was considering getting a 100-pound vest. I was like, it's too much right now. But 20 pounds, depending on how you use it, you can still, get a great workout. Anytime you do any kind of single leg training where you're putting all of the weight on one leg versus two, it's probably going to be your best option because, you're only using one leg. So that's half the strength you have right there. So, but eventually at some point you're going to want to upgrade from 20 and get something heavier. Like for me, I know that maybe by year one, like the first whole year, I might have to get upgraded vest get something heavier, like between 80 to 100 pounds. But we're not even 6 months in. So this is going to be good probably for the whole first year of training. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah, absolutely. I support you, man. Definitely go for that. Like I said, the 20 pounds, it'll last a while. Increment? You mean like 5-pound increments? Like 5, 10, 15, 20? Well, try it with just body weight. Do some shit with body weight first without the vest. Get good at your body weight. And then once you got your strength goes up and your endurance goes up, your tendon strength increases, then just throw in the 20 pounds. It's only 20 pounds. You shouldn't have to wait and do it incrementally. But I would do just body weight for a while. And then after 6 to 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks with just your body weight, throw in the 20-pound vest. That's what I would do. Oh, I got to get this set. For 8 weeks, I didn't start using extra weight until week 8. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, oh shit. Half marathon. You've been running. So is your plan to run with 20 pounds on? What I would do is what I would do. I would start doing some resistance training if you're not already. Running is great, but do some sort of resistance training like what I'm doing and still run. Train your legs, do squats, do lunges, do some calf raises. It could be single leg standing calf raises on a slightly elevated surface. That's going to help with your running. And then, you can throw in that weighted vest eventually in all of your resistance training. And if you do something like a calisthenics routine, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, but you don't have to do dips. Push-ups, pull-ups, some leg training like squats, lunges, calf raises. And if you want to do some sort of isolation work like bicep curls or something for lower back, I would do that. But my routine is more of an overall strength routine. It would be helpful to do in anything. It would benefit any endurance sport, strength sport. Because we actually already have a lot of endurance training built into this, but it's also strength training because we're doing a lot of heavy lifting for upper body. For lower body, we're actually doing a lot of higher reps. Nice. Yeah. Definitely incorporate all that. Your vest, your kettlebells. If you can, some sort of calisthenics, because it builds an immense amount of core strength when your body's in that plank position, when you do push-ups, for example, and constantly stabilizing with the abdominals and the hip flexors, and even utilizing a little bit of quad. You'd have to watch my entire routine to see what I do, but definitely add in some pull-ups, some chin-ups, push-ups, and all the different variations of that. If you want some shoulder presses, some sort of overhead shoulder press for your legs, squats, lunges, calf raises, and all of those variations in between. Of course, my camera wants to follow me now. Thank you. Well, I hope you get some value out of it. My routine is pretty complete. It hits everything. We do a 3-day split. It's push, pull, legs, push, pull, legs. It's actually push plus core, legs, or push, pull. So push plus core, and then pull plus forearms, and then legs plus lower back, and it repeats. It's a 3-day split. So push, pull, legs, rest. Okay, so that's your 7 days right there. But we just moved into a 10-day workout phase because I like to do arm wrestling. So I have an arm wrestling training block in there. If you wanted, you could take out the arm wrestling training block for something that's specialized in your sport. As far as gymnastics goes, you don't have to do the arm wrestling block. You could put another two days of something else in there because I have a 2-day arm wrestling training block for pretty much arm wrestling. But you can remove that and then have something more gymnastics orientated in there for those 2 days. But still, you're still doing the same everything else. So the other 6 days are pretty much all of this, what we're doing. I'm glad. Um, all of the live streams are on the YouTube. Uh, we've got 30 videos up, and and if you just watch a push day, a pull day, and a leg day, you'll have pretty much an idea of what I do. But coming like tomorrow, we have the first arm wrestling training block, and then we have 2 days of rest after those 2 days of arm wrestling training. But like I said, you could swap out the arm wrestling training for some gymnastic stuff. It could be more cardio, it could be more running, it could be more maybe some plyometrics, like explosive, uh, calisthenics movements. It could be like jump squats, burpees, you know what I mean? Shit like that, that you really want to get your overall body's like conditioning up. But I'm past my time here. We got to get this last set. I had too much of a rest period. It shouldn't be this easy. It's okay though. Vest comes off. I'll do a pump check. Pump check. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, didn't it all feel so good? Hang on, bros. Hang on. We got the pump check. So, abs are coming through. See, my abs didn't look like that a month ago. I tell you, I wish I had a set schedule, but with my work, I am pretty much, my schedule is like all over the place. But one day, someday soon, whether I leave that job and find something a little more consistent, like, you know, 9 to 5 or whatever. And it's always like that. But sometimes I'm closing, sometimes I'm opening, doing breakfast shit. Sometimes I'm, it's just all over the place. But I try to do it. I try to do it a little later. I always try to do it a little later because people are usually off work. So if I'm not going in work super late and working till like 12 p.m. or 12 a.m., I mean, then if I get off a little early, like say 3 p.m., 4 p.m., then I'll be working out somewhere around 5, 6, or 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. ish. That's when everybody's settling down. They're done with work. They can chill out. Yeah, what I'm gonna start doing is try doing like an event. I could do like schedule an event. I'll look at my schedule ahead of time. I'll schedule an event, and then I don't know if I can do that through YouTube. I know I can do it through Facebook. Well, I'll figure it out. I'll just make sure that I post it well in advance before I go live. And I'll have the stream set up already. It'll just be probably like a placeholder type of like thumbnail image. And I'll be like, going live in like 45 minutes or an hour or something. Well, anyway, we're on a 5-minute rest period now anyway, so I have the time to talk. Listen, right after I do the legs, I did the lunges. The lunges are done. So now I have a 5-minute rest. I always take a 5-minute rest after a primary exercise. It's probably been a little longer than a minute or two. So I got to set up the routine. This is where we're moving into a lower back, glute, and hamstring workout right now. So this is going to all of that lower back strength up. It's not your typical deadlift. Like we're not doing gym routine here. We're not doing deadlifts and standard back extensions on a back extension machine. All of this shit is modified a certain way so that it gets a similar effect, but we have to use the suspension trainer for that. As you can see, this is amazing. It's a suspension trainer. Mine is a Jungle Gym XT. There's a lot of different brands out there. There's off brands. You have the Jungle Gym XT. You also have the TRX. TRX, you may have heard of the TRX. Or even gymnastics rings. But the thing with gymnastic rings is the rings don't have the ankle cuffs. So if you want to do like put your feet in there, you can't do that with gymnastics rings. So I highly recommend using a suspension trainer instead. So that's in a good spot. Now we pull out the mat. We need the exercise mat. All right, man. Well, you have a good one. I'll see you. There. So this backpack has weight in it. This is a backpack with about 40-ish pounds. Okay. This is actually a little too low. I'll raise it up a little more. Just a little more. A couple more inches. All right. Now we're good. I like doing this without shoes on. Yeah, I like doing it without shoes on. And this is why I wear long pants, because I hate when the shorts come down and my underwear get exposed and shit. Oh, okay, abdominal cramp. Hold on. I might be dehydrated. I don't know. I'll be right back. Hold on. Damn, dude. That's insane. All right, so that was a that caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that. Oh man. All right. Damn. Okay. There it goes again. Oh my god, dude. That's fucking stupid. So I apologize for that. I'll show you what's going on. I don't know if you can see it. See that right there? Hold on. It's the first time this has actually happened to me. So, yeah, it's right there. Can you see it? See that? That's my ab. Just one singular ab right there, cramping up. Now, it could be due to maybe not enough potassium or sodium, but whatever it is. When I went to get up out of that lying down position, I probably clenched a little too hard. Yeah, but it's still there. It's not going away. Oh, it's just like, why? And I do abdominal training and everything. And even when I'm doing my crunch, when I'm doing my core work, I don't get fucking cramps in my abs. But what I might start doing is putting electrolytes in my water. So I usually just drink plain water, but I should probably start putting a little bit of sodium in there. Oh man, dude, that's ridiculous. It's got to go away, dude. That's the first time I've had an abdominal cramp like that on stream. I've had a tricep cramp before, but it doesn't want to go away. Yeah, it's my first time having one like on a stream. I think I've had one in the past before, but not like this. Oh, it's like I want to stretch it out. Hold on. It's not stopping. I want to get this workout done. Yeah, I have an idea for that stretch. Hold on. I forget what it's called. It's a type of yoga. It's a type of yoga stretch. It's a yoga stretch. Well, we got the mat ready. I have to do it like this. It goes like this. this. So I went upstairs. I got some water. I put a little salt in the water and I just drank it. I don't know if it's going to help. It's going to take a little bit for that to kick in. Another reason why I might be getting the abdominal cramp is because I'm getting over a cold. I'm getting over a cold and I've been coughing a lot. So like when I'm coughing, I'm constantly tensing and clenching the abs. So that might be why too. I think that might be it. And look, it's going again. So I think from all of the coughing might be why. I've been coughing a lot. Yeah, the Cobra stretch, but still, even then, this thing is relentless. Yeah, the Cobra stretch. But try it again. Oh my God. Man, I'm so sorry about that. I'm way past my rest period. That fucked me up. Well, I'm going to try to get through this. Oh my God. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. We're going to make this work. Please don't do it. All right. So far, so good. I think the salt water helped. If you don't know already, sodium is an electrolyte. It helps prevent cramps as well, along with potassium and magnesium. But in my case, I don't have access to the magnesium like that. So I think a little salt water might help. Nothing too crazy, just a little salt in the water. All right, so this is what it looks like. You want to bring your shoulder blades together a little bit, like squeeze your back in a little bit, tighten your shoulder blades up a little bit. And then we're on the mat. We got our heels in. This is 40 pounds on my pelvis. And we're just gonna do this. It's like it's a pelvic thrust up into the air. Now I hold it. Without the cramp, no cramp, no cramp, no cramp. Oh, okay. So I hope you saw that whole thing. Oh my God. So far, so good. No cramp. I'm just gonna try to get up without using my freaking abs. So this water here, I got a little sodium in there. Oh man. What was my workout? Well, we did legs. It's a leg day. We did squats, 4 sets with the vest and resistance bands. Advancing in difficulty, we kept adding more bands. We did 4 sets, and we took a 5-minute rest, and we did 4 sets of alternating lunges with the 50-pound vest on. And now we're doing a lower back workout. It's lower back. It's like a suspension trainer back extension. We have to pelvic thrust our hips up into the air. But I'm getting ready to do it now. It's almost like you're humping the air. This exercise would be great for intimacy, if you know what I'm saying. But this exercise is good for so much. Just strengthening the lower back, the glutes, everything, the hamstrings. So, but I just got over a serious abdominal cramp. That was crazy. I think the salt water helped mainly. I think that really is what I needed. Just a little sodium in my water. What I might do is for my main water, start putting salt in it. All right, so 30 more seconds. I'm just gonna get in position, and then we're gonna do this, and you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. This is a 40-pound backpack. I actually a couple weeks ago upgraded to using weight for this. Before I was just doing my body weight, no extra weight, just body weight. So this is I'm putting my feet in the ankle cuffs. These are ankle cuffs. Right here, this part is the ankle cuff. Oh, pretty much just want to get like this. Pull your shoulder blades together so they're tight. You don't want your spine on the mat. You really want your shoulder blades on the mat. But take the 40-pound backpack, put it on your hips like this, and we're just gonna pelvic thrust that shit up in the air. Down. So, did you see how that was done? We're pretty much just using our glutes, our ass muscles, our lower back, and our hamstrings to thrust our hips up into the air. And once you get all the way to the top, where your body is straight as a board, you want to squeeze your glutes, tighten your lower back up, and tighten your hamstrings. And you'll feel all the tension in those muscles. We only got one more set of these. Then we go to Superman holds. Superman holds are pretty nice too. They hit a little bit more of the lower back specifically, like targets it's the 2 strips of muscle that run up the spine and go all the way up the spine. So we're only taking about a minute and a half rest. Probably only got another 30 seconds or maybe 40 seconds to go. So I notice I've gotten a lot stronger at this. The 40-pound backpack used to be hard. Now it's actually starting to get easy. I'm going to have to upgrade to more weight. I'm going to have to start putting 60 pounds on my hips. And who knows, maybe eventually we'll get to being able to do like 80 to 100 pounds right on the hips. Pelvic thrusting that up into the air. But the 40 pounds is starting to get easy at 15, even 15 reps. It's starting to get easy. So I know that all those muscles. All right, so what I'm strengthening it's called the posterior chain. The posterior chain is all the muscles that run along your backside. So from your heels, all the way at the bottom of your heels, all the way up to the tops of your shoulders and even your neck. That's the posterior chain. The anterior chain is the front of you. So all of the muscles that are in the front side of you. And calisthenics, what we're doing, is great for strengthening the anterior chain and the posterior chain in a full like kinetic chain, like a whole unit together, if that makes sense. Whereas bodybuilding is more like you're strengthening individual parts with compound movements and isolation exercises. Calisthenics are a little different. They tend to use more muscles at once. We're focusing on the posterior chain right now. It's called the posterior chain because it is like a chain of muscles. It's, if you want to think of it as like a unit, it's one big long unit of muscles, from the calf to the hamstring to the glute to the lower back, all the way up to the mid back and like back of your neck. That's the posterior chain, and that's what we're strengthening. Get your feet in this bitch. All right. Get the 40 pounds. The 40 pounds is getting easy. It's getting easy. It used to be hard. It's getting easy. And hold the last rep. Hold it. Squeeze everything together. Hold it. I could have held that longer. Like I said, this shit's starting to get easy. That's how I know I'm getting fucking strong at this shit. All right. Bench press, no. We do a lot of weighted push-ups. So when you're doing calisthenics, there is no bench press. We're doing push-ups and variations of push-ups with extra resistance. We're doing push-ups with the 50-pound vest on. And we're also adding resistance bands to our back. So, for example, you see this band here? It's basically just a big rubber band. Well, if you take that band and you put it behind your back like this, right? You see? Any point past this point. So the moment I go like this, there's tension. So if you do a push-up like this, that band tension is applying pressure to my back, pulling me down, increasing the resistance of my push-up. On the vest, and then we're adding bands to our back like that to make the push-ups harder. Sports, arm wrestling is my sport. So I like arm wrestling. All of our movements are modified to benefit arm wrestlings. Um, so you, so my training plan does have an arm wrestling training block coming up. We're on a 10-day phase. This is the last leg day that I do for this phase, the first 10-day phase. And then we move into a two-day training block, an arm wrestling training block. But if you wanted to specialize in your own sport, your sport of choice, you could have those 2 days be something else. It doesn't have to be arm wrestling training. It could be gymnastics. It could be anything, whatever your sport is. But everything that we're doing for this 3-day split, it's push, pull, legs, push, pull, legs. Everything we're doing, it's going to benefit any sport. But I would throw in some form of cardio. I like to do biking. If you like to jog, then jog. If you like to do sprints, sprint, do 2 or 3 days a week sprinting, whatever you want to do. I also like to, it's called rucking. Rucking is walking distance with weight. So it's a form of military training. With the military, they put on their gear. They put on all their weighted gear. They put on their backpack. They have their equipment. And that can be anywhere between 50 to 100 pounds of gear that they're carrying for miles and miles and miles, but they're just walking with that gear. Well, I'll put the vest on, which is 50 pounds, and we'll go do a 3-mile hike in the woods through the trails and up little hills and ravines and little, bumps and shit. And we'll walk with that. Whatever you're trying to specialize in, you could either take out the arm wrestling training block for the 10-day phase, put in something specialized for your sport, or whatever it is that you're trying to really work on. Like if you're a woman, you might want to do more glute training. You might want to do more booty work. So take out the arm wrestling training and do more quad and glute work on that day, on those 2 days. No, not really flexibility. No. Hell no. No, it's pretty much just strength and endurance. Strength and endurance. Good cardiovascular, obviously, but not flexibility, no. So I think that was the third and final set of that. We're actually supposed to move into the Supermans now. And that's another thing. I don't really train for flexibility either. I do a little bit of mobility work. But other than that, I don't really do any kind of like stretching. I just don't feel the need to do it for me. Like I can touch my toes with my fingers. That's about it. I mean, the military just does what they know they need to do. Flexibility would be great for anything, though, really. I don't train it. I don't do flexibility. Hey, if you are a gymnast, you definitely want to get flexible. If you're especially one of those contortionists, what do they call it? Contortionists, where they do the crazy shit, putting their head between their legs, bending their body back and putting their head between their legs. This might not be the training for you. This is more of a total physique transformation type of training, strength training, for building a lot of muscle and strength. But this would be beneficial for a woman too. You're going to get a lot of good leg and glute work for your butt. You're going to get a lot of your upper body's going to be very strong looking, but you're not going to be bulky like a man, unless you're taking steroids. If you're a woman and you're taking testosterone, well, obviously that's a different story. But if you just want to get fit and toned, this is a great routine. You'll build strength. You'll be able to do push-ups. A lot of women can't do a single push-up, and you're going to be able to bust out mad push-ups if you do this. Hold on. So reset. Now we're doing Supermans. This is more lower body training. So Superman, basically, it looks like you're flying like Superman. Okay, this is what a Superman is. And it's a hold. It's hold for time. This isn't about reps. This is about holding for time. We're doing time. Time under tension. So, and it's in laps. 15-second hold. On. Hold on. It's a 15-second hold followed by a 15-second rest, followed by a 15-second hold. And we're doing 8 laps. Well, it's supposed to be 9 laps, actually, 9 laps total. Okay, lap. Lap. Supermans are great for that lower back. Amazing for the lower back. Okay, one more. Yeah. Okay. Now it's a 1 minute and 30-second rest. Yeah, you like the Supermans? Yeah, I see what you mean about the flexibility thing. Flexibility could benefit anyone, really. Like, I know it could benefit me with my damn muscles constantly tensing up. And I think I just needed some electrolytes. But, I tell you what. Oh, I'm hungry. I could use a nice, dense, nutrient-dense meal. Ooh. All right, so, I got to get in position here. All right, we got another round of this Superman holds. Reset, start, 15-second hold.
It's pretty much all lower back, a little bit of glute, upper middle back, because you have to raise your hands up. So you're hitting that whole upper back and then middle back. Lap, 9 laps total. 15-second rest, followed by a 15-second hold. Here we go. Okay, lap. 15-second lap. Yeah. Starting to get a little hard. One more. And a minute 30 rest. Yeah. Okay. That was it. All right. Reset. Minute 30. All right. Let me see what you said. Yep. Getting some good gains anyway. The back looks crazy too. That's all from back day plus this. So the pull day that we have plus the lower back training that we have on leg day. It hits the full back. So between this lower back training on leg day and our pull day where we hit a lot of upper back and lats, the whole back is fully developed. Really, this is just really great for like having a strong posterior chain is great for picking up your kids, picking up heavy shit. Good for preventing lower back injuries. Just so many good benefits to it. It helps me in my job. I can pick up heavy ass shit and people are like, what the fuck? Right? Like the average person looks at me like, Jesus Christ, he's picking that shit up. I'm like, yeah. Well, thanks to my training, I'm actually able to do that. A lap. And we just have one more of these. Oh, I'm sorry, here. This is the last block for lower back. Then we go to calves. It's starting to get hard though. Yeah.
Ah. Ah. Lap. Yeah. 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 Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. One more. One more. Yeah. Oh God. Oh, I'm so glad it's done. Oh, so glad. All right. Lower back training is done. We're gonna do a little pump check. Pump check. We got calves. That's it. Pump check. Back pump check. Hold on. Back pump check. All right. So now we got calves. Everything here is done. We don't need any of this anymore. I'll show you how I do calves. Calves are easy. Not easy in the sense that, I mean, it's simple. Really simple. Roll up a towel. So just roll up a towel. You need a flat surface. You need a wall or something to stabilize your body on. Could be a bar somewhere. Could be a chair, or it could be a wall. In my case, it's the fridge. So I'm going to use the fridge to stabilize. For your calves, we're going to be putting our front of our foot on the towel. That's going to give us a little elevation so that our heel can drop lower and go beyond, parallel with the ground. It's going to go below parallel. We don't have to do no rest. We're just going to go right into it. Let me actually lower this so you can see. You need to be able to see the calf. All right. There we go. Front of the foot, leg behind the other leg. So we're doing a single leg calf raise. And this is a warm up. All right. Now the fun part. Vest has to go back on. Vest has to go back on. And in some cases, you don't even really have to buckle it in. You could just let it hang. You don't even have to strap it. In my case, I don't really feel like strapping it all in, as we're not going horizontal. We're just straight up and down. It can just sit there. So in most cases, I would strap it in, especially if I'm doing like a push-up or a row. All right. So that was the warm-up. Take a little 30, 40, maybe a minute rest most. In my case, I think I'm just going to do like 40 seconds. And if you're going to do this calf raise, especially if you're at home, do it without shoes on. You're going to get more benefits. You're going to strengthen all the bones and ligaments and tendons in your toes better if you do it without shoes on. Shoes kind of actually handicap your feet in a way. They don't allow your feet to get strong in the maximum sense of the word, because when you're barefoot, your toes and everything are working more when they're pressing into that towel than if they're in a shoe. So it'll actually strengthen the ligaments, the knuckles more if you do it barefoot or in just socks. And then when you do put your shoes on, you're actually going to be more stable. You're going to have stronger feet. Let's get to it. So no shoes, just feet. All right, switch sides. Feet elevated on the towel. All right. Now we take a minute rest, minute 30, actually. So what I'm trying to do is squeeze at the top, lowering all the way down, touching my heels to the ground. But when I get to the top, I'm trying to squeeze. So and yes, single leg calf raises are hard with 50 pounds on you. Of course, my calves, honestly, I feel like I don't have the best calf genetics. Like my calf genetics themselves, I don't know. I don't have the best calves. I got good upper body, but my calves kind of suck. "20 seconds. Eight, 9, 10. Yeah. Yeah, 12's good. 12's good. We're getting there. Minute 30. After this, we do front calf. So you got the rear and you got the front. Front's a little different. It's a muscle. It's very neglected. It doesn't get trained very often. And it's a smaller muscle. All it really does is it lifts your toe up like this. That's the front calf working right here in the front leg. It's a small, weak muscle, but it's great for stabilizing the ankle. And if you strengthen it, you'll have a more stable, stronger ankle. And you'll be less likely to like sprain your ankle and shit like that. Plus, it looks cool having it defined, like having that muscle, like, you know, a little more developed, sticking out a little bit. It has a nice aesthetic to it too. But it'll strengthen the ankle and, you know, strengthen the joint around the ankle, or the actual ankle joint. Because you got tendons and muscles connected all from the front down to the top of your foot here. You know what I mean? All those tendons and muscles that allow you to lift your foot up like that are going to get stronger. We do that after this. We're right at that rest period's done. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. It's burning. All right, one more set to go for rear calf. I'm gonna have to do a leg reveal. Show the quads, show the calves. Let's see, a little bit of calf action. Not much going on there, but like I said, my calves are, it's not, I don't know. Oh, they've gotten bigger though. Trust me. Oh, they have gotten bigger and they've gotten stronger. But a lot of calf development is really genetics. It's up to like your calf genetics. Your last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't even get it up. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's all my calves have in them. Now we do the front. Slide it over a little bit. In order to hit the front, we're going to be pivoting on the heel. So let me put the heel on the towel this time. Back at the heel, like this. Toes hanging off. You really want just the ball of the heel on the towel. Okay? And you're just going to do this. Lift up like that. And that's how you hit the front calf. You can see we're not doing single leg because it's a weak muscle. I actually have to use both. Okay, it's good for a first set. Whew. All right. About I'd say a 2-minute rest. 2-minute rest is good. We're going higher repetitions. With the rear calf, we want lower repetitions because you want power. You want power and explosiveness, you know. You want that rear calf to be strong. And with the front calf, we're going a little higher rep, more endurance, it's not so much, it is strength. You're going to build some strength. You're going to build some size in that calf, that red front calf. But we're really just doing it for stability, ankle stability. It's going to help us in anything, you know, movement. It's going to help us in movement. So whether you're running, jogging, jumping, sprinting, you know what I mean? It's going to help us in movement. Right, we are almost done, guys. Literally, we got 3 sets of these to go, and we're freaking done. Like, totally 100% done. I can go eat. You know, I can take care of some things I have to do. I'm ready. I'm not gonna lie, leg days are hard. Everything after the squats and the lunges just gets drastically easier. Getting through those squats and lunges, that's the challenge. That's the real hell. That's what makes you or breaks you right there. So pretty much it's just, you know, this front calf. And we're done. Pretty much we're just, you know, pumping out the reps. We take a 2-minute rest in between until we get 4 sets in and we're done. Is good. Oh man, that's burning. Oh, 20 is good for that. 20. 2-minute rest. Dude, I'm going to have a badass dinner. I'm not even playing. I'm not playing. I think what I'm going to do first before I have my primary dinner, I'm going to do a yogurt bowl. I do a loaded yogurt bowl. It's really good. Sometimes I'll do banana, peanut butter, and honey in a Greek yogurt bowl, super high in protein. Or I'll do a blueberry, dark chocolate chip, walnut, honey variation. Amazing. So fucking good. Super high in protein. I think it's over 25 grams. Over 25 grams of protein in just the yogurt bowl. I'll eat that yogurt bowl and then I'll make dinner because I have to hurry up and get some protein in right after the workout. It's going to take probably a half hour to get dinner done. So I'm going to hurry up, smash the yogurt bowl, and then get some dinner made. About 40 seconds to go. 40 seconds. make sure you guys go check out my basement boot camp in the description. That's the entire 6-month routine that we're doing. It's on my blog, so it's the whole 6-month routine on the blog. It's a very long post. It has all of my principles, everything at the top, and then as you scroll down, it goes into the training plan, and yeah, it's built for beginners, but it's not for everybody. If I recommend going through the fitness assessment first. Make sure you check that fitness assessment. If you complete that fitness assessment and you can do that, then you're ready for the first week. But it's just a little test to see if your fitness level is up to point or up to par. If you can't do that fitness assessment, you can't complete it, and you're not ready. Okay. It burns too much. But the basement boot camp in detail. If you combine that boot camp along with all the live streams, all you really need to do is just watch. Well, it's progressive, so it starts off very easy, and then it advances and advances and advances along with your strength. So as you get stronger, the program gets harder. But if you just watch, I'll have to put the old streams up, because before I was just doing before I really learned how to do all this shit that I'm doing now with the live stream and getting the camera working properly, I was doing Facebook videos. So I have all those Facebook videos, the old ones from day one. I started this knowing that I was going to build something, right? So from day one, 90 workouts ago, I made sure to record every freaking workout. So I'll make sure to get them all up into a nice organized fashion so that it works along with the boot camp. And then later on, I'll get cuts. I'll make short vids that are just really just has the meat and potatoes wrapped up, so you're not having to spend a whole hour and a half, on a video or scrolling through video to find what you need. And then we'll have slides. I'm gonna have snapshots, images lined up in slides so that you can see how the whole workout looks. If you just want the graphics, they'll be there. It's all gonna be there, baby. But right now, the live streams, they work along with the whole boot camp. I just got to get them organized, get them up on the website, make it easier for people to follow along. Fuck that, I'm done. All right. All 4 sets are done. I'm taking this shit off. Hold on, you know what? I just dropped my earbud. Earbuds out first. All right, we're done. All right. Appreciate all of your activity, all of your responses, your subscribes. I can't do this without you, so make sure you do subscribe. Once I get into a routine where I can come on at a specific time every day, whether that's me having to change up my job or whatever I got to do, or change up my availability, at some point I will be on at a fixed time, preferably between like 6 and 8 p.m. I think would be ideal for most people because they're off work, they're settling down, they're able to chill, but we're going to have that eventually set up. But for now, I have to be kind of sporadic about my fucking workouts, which sucks. I hate it. But can always catch the the recording. You know, if you miss a workout, you can always catch the recording. But if you go back, I'll have all my old videos up, dude. I did not look like this freaking 2 months ago. Like, I look fucking crazy compared to what I looked like 2 months ago. Even like when I first started, it's like night and day. I look like a little bitch when I first started. I mean, it's like nothing like what I look like now, right? Nothing. I look like a fucking kickboxer or like a UFC fighter. I look like a little weak bitch. So anyway, I'm done ranting. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out the Basement Boot Camp. It's everything I've been doing, and we're not even done. It's a 6-month routine. We're approaching the 4-month mark. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.